today I want to come into with you because there are so many of you have questions regarding to how am I going to be certified or licensing or permit in order to work as a lash artist or permanent makeup artist. I wanted to bring a very important person in with me today. She's my friend. She is my Director of Education, Miss Francie Hart. She's willing to share that with you and all that details. Francie, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony. So with lash extensions, you have to, I know in the state of California, you have to have a cosmetology, aesthetics, or barbering license. You could be a student in those courses for your licensing, and you can be an
apprentice.
An apprentice, yeah.
So if you are enrolled in a cosmetology school, correct, and or an aesthetic school, and tell me how many hours does it require that particular school before you becoming a licensed state license?
Aesthetics is 600 hours. Cosmetology is 15 or 1600.
1600 hours.
1600 hours, but it varies from state to state. So it's very important that you check your state to see what the requirements are. Some requirements are some states have 450 hours for aesthetics. Some have up to 1,000. So it's really easy. Just Google your local cosmetology and barbering. And the email will pop up. You can email them directly. They get back to you within like a day or two. It's really fast.
I noticed that they're very good at responding, especially now that the social distancing is over, and they are very eager to go back to work, and especially with the State Department. And I noticed also some of the state does not require licensed and permit. So be on the lookout for that too. If you want to live there, you can be as well move there and not having to worry about licensing and permit. But I understand that there is also an apprentice. We're talking about being an apprentice program.
Yeah, you could be in an apprentice program, and you can also be in it's called distant learning, where you're online doing most of your education, and then you come into class once or twice a week. And do that.
So I think you would want to explore that options if you don't like to coming into a traditional school, which is having to be in a cosmetic school for 10 months, 40 hours a week. You know, that really taking all that hours away from you, where you have to be a full-time student. You cannot work when you are in that condition. So being an apprentice is another program that you may want to think about if you are a working mother. So that would give you a benefit of being in school, earning units, and as well as earn money at the same time to support your family.
That's right.
So guys, that is the requirement for you to becoming a professional lash artist. I know a lot of you out there, because of the current situation, you changed your career, but you keep thinking that, oh, do I need licensing to do this? Because it's so easy. Everyone wants to come in and you're performing lashes. But I think you're forgetting that being able to perform these services, you have to be licensed, okay? And our next topic that I want to talk about is that being permitted as a permanent makeup artist.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
So permanent makeup artists, that's cosmetic permanent makeup. That requires a city permit, and you need to get a certification for your blood-borne pathogens. And that's easy to get. You do that online. You study what their requirements are, and then you take a short little test afterwards, and then you could print your certification right there.
Wow, that's really easy. I know with our courses here, before we begin any permanent makeup such as microblading or shading, Miss Francie here was very on track about making you take the bloodborne pathogens, right? That's one thing that we need to get square down before class start. What's the other thing that we need to have it clear off before we start?
The city permits, right?
Right, getting the city permit, and as well, I think in the city permit, they also required you to take the TB test.
Yes, you can have a TB test taken. There is a form that you can fill out if you do not want to take your TB test, and submit that to the city as well. If you're, they're also going to either send the fire department or the police department out to check the area that you're going to be working in and make sure it's up to standards.
Wow, that's a lot. But you know, guys, it's also varies from city to city.
Yeah.
Like our city in Riverside, we don't require the police department or the fire department to come and check the facility. But I know Rancho Cucamonga does, and I know a few other cities does. So, guys, if you wanted to perform a professional permanent makeup artist in your area, you need to really look into your city limits as far as regulations, what it required, correct?
Yeah, some cities also require you to take a written test. Wow. So, and it's like 100 questions or something like that. But just be aware of your city ordinance and what is required.
Right. The reason why we encourage our academy here, encourage you to really be on top of that permit, only because for your security, in a way where in case there's some legal issues going on, because with this professions, anything can happen, guys. Whether it's infections or negligence on your part or on the client parts, you're still liable for everything that you're doing. Once the client is in your chair, you are responsible from everything A to Z. So you may want to think about getting yourself legitimate and permit and everything. And I understand there's not only one permit, correct? There is a facility permit as well as individual permit.
Yeah, if you're going to open up your own shop, you're going to need a facility permit. If you're working for somebody, they will also have one. But I think you would be insured under their insurance, but it's also a really good idea to get personal insurance, like liability insurance for yourself.
Right. I remember when I was working for someone else, there is an issues going on where the owner have no idea that they have to pay for a facility permit, and that can come in a little bit coincide with the hiring the licensing permit makeup artist, because if you are working for someone, the facility have to be permitted. Okay, that means that the agency, which is the Department of Health, would have to come down and inspect the whole facility from water line, having hot and cold water.
Yeah, they'll check the temperature of the hot water, sink, make sure it's hot enough. The floor,
the wall. So all of these elements have to be regulated and exactly under their specification.
Right.
So think about that. And I know a lot of you wanted to change your career. However, if you wanted to take this career as for a long term and correctly, our academy here is open. We, Ms. Francie and I and our staff here are very knowledgeable in all these permits and requirement, and as far as what is it that they required at your local city, we can help you, walk you through with all these elements to legitimize you. Okay.
Yes, and I don't only have just the paperwork for Riverside. I have the surrounding counties around here: San Diego, Orange County, LA County. I have the paperwork to get those permits for you guys.
Yeah, I know we're talking right now, but any one of you out there in our thread, if you have any questions, go ahead and direct message us here in the live, and we will take our turns to answer your questions at the end of the show. But in the meantime, I want to hear from you. I want to really, wanted to know where you're coming from, who you are, and you want to share with us your experience, because this whole life here, this whole show that we're coming in here is to be able to bring help to other women who is still in questions about how to become a professional and legitimate lash artist, as well as becoming a permanent makeup artist, right?
Yep.
So do you have anything to add on as far as them being, able to come on our facility or any facility that getting the training?
Well, I know here, if you come to our facility, we have the up-to-date equipment. We have to make sure everything's in working order, clean. I try to bring the best education I can. So if you have a question for me and I don't know the answer, I will certainly find it out and get back to you the next day.
Yeah, Ms. Francie, I know as far as having all this program here, but we're working on an aesthetic program?
We are, yes. I'm currently working on an aesthetics program to bring to this area and online.
Guys, if you're in the surrounding area and if you are looking forward to get that license, as we talk about, to becoming a legitimate professional lash artist, just be on the lookout of our program coming soon. I'm not sure the timeline, but we are working on it. But in the meantime, can they still take the course and just practice? Is that okay?
Yes, are you talking about lash?
Lashes.
Lash. Yes, you could take the course and definitely keep working on it. You just can't work on the public until you're licensed. So keep that under your belt and just keep practicing. And then once our program launches, you could start going to school and working under that.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, any question at all, go ahead and direct message right here. Again, we will take turn to get back to your questions. And before I, close us out, I wanted to, I'm looking at this. I wanted to remind you that this is our gift for the day. Today, it's the lash stand. Why it's called stand is because it's very interesting.
Lash stand.
There is a sticky part in here, guys. Okay, I turned upside down, but this sticky part is actually very sticky. I don't know how to say more than that. But when you put like a pre-made fan lashes in here, and some of you, I know you're starting out as a lash beginner, you wasn't able to work with custom-made fan yet. We have 3D, 4Ds, all that pre-made fan that you can throw it in here and it stand up for you.
Now, it's not so sticky where you're not going to be able to get it off the stand and fight with it where your fan's going to fall apart. It's just sticky enough to where you can lift it off there and you're not going to be hunting for it.
That's right. Thanks for clarifying that. But it's very convenient. And when I started out, I used this. And really I have like 2 or 3 of them, because then I have different sizes. So that way I don't have to hunt in here, because I did that before. I put it in and I hunt for the different lengths. So that's not good. If you're interested in getting this extra, we do have the link for you. You can log into our store. You can purchase it for an extra. But for today, this is for whoever is in here with us. We're able to win this. So before we're closing out, I want you to go ahead and put in your number, 0 to 100.
You should be putting in your number right when we go on so that you have it
Think
locked
of a
in.
Number. Of all of you that come in here with us like 6 months, 7 months already, you should know. Getting your number ready and putting the number. I used to have like very large numbers. I don't know why. Anything from
Dream
60.
big.
But guess what? I don't control that number now, okay? Because they know me. If I put this number, I put on.
She stays around the same number, so I had to.
So I had people who really read my mind, exactly what number she's having. So dang, I mean,
too many people were winning over and over again.
So I don't control that number. That number coming off from God somewhere behind me here, okay? And I reveal that number before I close down. So before I do that, Miss Francie, really appreciate that you coming in here with me, and I know having her here really give us a thorough and insight of the industry as far as permits.
I'm really good at digging up information.
Yeah. So then again, if you have any questions at all, you can always reach out to us. And I wanted to say that I appreciate all of you, whether you are old member or new members coming in with us today. If you are new, please tell us who you are, where you're coming from, and what you do. If you have any insight of where you are, your neck of the wood as far as permit and licensing, you can put down here on us, so that way other members can learn and see, what is out there that they need to prepare. And our whole purpose today is to be able to bring you an insight of how to becoming a professional, legitimate lash artist and permanent makeup artist as far as licensing and permits. So if you have any questions at all, again, go ahead and direct message here. Miss Francie and I will be behind the screen here and able to give you exactly what's your question. And also, we here at the Academy is not only stopping at giving you a educations in as far as lashes or permanent makeup. We are an ongoing innovative in a way where we bring you different courses. So our coming up courses is going to be an aquarelle lips and eyeliner. That's our next one. And coming up will be an ombre.
Do you want to touch base a little bit on what the aquarelle lip is?
Right. Okay.
So people that don't know this.
Yes. So if you can imagine, aquarelle is an acronym or in a long-term Latin words for aqua, right? Aqua is
aqua,
what?
Water.
Water. So the way that we want to bring you the permanent makeup where everything is new, clean, clear, natural.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see water, it's just very crystal, very light, very transparent. Unlike what old permanent makeup is very heavy, very stained, and washed out.
So I'll bounce off of that. The lip blushing, it's also called. It's almost like it's just a little blush of color into your lips. It could be any color, so it kind of gives that blushing color from inside, from coming out from the inner side, and it just gives your lips a nice natural color without being that old style of permanent lip liner or permanent lipstick. It just gives a nice, clear, beautiful, almost like a watercolor blush to your lips.
Can I reveal something?
Yes.
I do this all the time. If you see what my lips like, this is aquarelle.
All she has is lip gloss all over it.
All I have is lip gloss.
Clear, right?
Not. Yes. I don't want you to touch my lips, but this is aquarelle lips, lip blush. This is what I teach. Very light, natural, where you don't have to use the lipstick unless you want a bright red. The other day I have bright red, which is too red. But
some people need the extra red.
You roll off the bed like this. So, and that's what we have here, and we wanted to bring you very natural permanent makeup where your friends, people surround you may not notice that. You don't have to be really heavy at it. Wake up natural.
Yeah, there's a slight recovery time where you're going to be peeling and stuff like that, but it's not terrible.
Right.
But I wanted to address something really quick too. Now with permanent makeup, here's a weird irony, I guess.
Irony?
With doing lashes, you have to be licensed through the state. You have to have an aesthetics or cosmetology license. But to do permanent makeup, all you need is a certificate from the health department and a permit.
Right.
So you could poke into somebody's skin, deposit color, without being licensed. But you can't even stick on a lash on somebody without being licensed.
I know a lot of you out there question why doing lashes is just not a little bit non-invasive, but yet you have to go through like whole 10 months of schooling and so many hours, 600 to 1,000 or 600 hours. But here we are doing permanent makeup, which is an invasive procedure.
Slicing in the skin.
Yeah, and you
Poking
only
it.
need permit, right? So, guys, that is the gray area of this whole business here. So I advise, if you want to start this career and becoming excel, making thousands, I mean 10,000s a month or more, by just get on being the course permanent makeup and lashes, and that's all we working with to becoming a successful beauty industry. So if you want to start anything first, you can start with permanent makeup, and then you can try getting the lashes into your education, and then exploring that licensing.
And if you need any more information, call me. Call me here at the Academy, and I will answer any questions that I have. Or you have. I got all the answers.
Yeah. There you go, guys. So
want to reveal the number?
Okay, I want to draw this. Are you ready?
Everybody got their numbers in? Do it now.
Number ins?
Do it now.
Do it now, please. And then we're gonna see if we have any questions at all in the thread here. So everybody got their number in? I'm
Should we check for answers?
My number.
Questions before we before we do the...
Okay, we go.
Will you turn the volume off?
Sorry. Sorry, guys. Anyway, draw in your number, and Miss Francie, you want to go ahead and do me a...
Reveal your number?
Yeah, reveal the number.
Dun, 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 dun. 44.
Okay, there you go. So the winning number is 44. Congratulations to anybody of you out there has 44. And I don't have my glasses. Congratulations. And guys, in order to win this today, you must share this live, or like or heart a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Like I said, sharing this live is giving every person in here, whether it's new or old, having a benefit of all these informations that we feed on here. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and check in here that if there's any.
There's from Lee asking if they can take the classes online. The only classes online right now are lashes. The microblading, you have to be here in person. We gotta supervise you.
Yeah, exactly. Are you here local though? If you are somewhere out of states, I think online lash online.
Hi,
course,
Jenny.
online course is very productive. We have a lot of positive review from students that are coming all over the states, have taken our online course, and they're very successful right now. They are right now in their way earning a lot of money. They're having their own studios as well. And if you look back into our past videos, I have shared with you the success stories of different students from all over the states. So look into that, so that way you don't feel alone. We are here, even if you take online courses, we are still with you on your phone, messages,
emails,
calling, emails, if you have any other questions. Now, tell me, what is it in the course that's required them before we certify them, online courses, the lashes?
Oh, for lashes, you have to do, I believe, 4 clients and send in a 30-second video of you actually, how you're holding the tools and you actually doing work. So, and then just email it to us, and then we'll get we'll take a look at it, we'll critique you, and then get the certificate out to you.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in here with me. We are here for you, bringing you the most innovative and most current courses, and as well as education, which is lash extensions and permanent makeup. If you have any questions at all, you can direct message us, or you can call us directly at 951-800-8007. Myself, Miss Francie Hart here, and my team, our team here, can directly help you in many ways that we can to bring you the most current and effective and successful career where your success is our priority. Thank you so much for joining with us. I will see you back on Friday at 9:30 with our success story, student story. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Yes.
Thank you, Francie.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Ciao.